In my last video, I discussed about in the chapter Work and Energy, the not much work in spite of working hard, and what is the scientific conception of the work. And also I discussed about work done by a constant force. Now in this video, I will discuss about the further concept of this chapter. If the force applied is 1 Newton, because the force is SI unit of force is Newton. If the force applied is 1 Newton, after applying the force 1 Newton, then the object is displaced 1 meter. That is, S is displacement is equal to 1 meter. Then the work done is equal to 1 Newton meter. The unit of work is Newton meter, or you can simply call it as a joule. Now, what is meant by joule? 1 joule is the work done when a force of 1 Newton displaces an object by 1 meter in the direction of the force. In which direction we applied the force, then the object is displaced in the same direction. And you applied the 1 Newton force and the object is displaced by 1 meter, and this defines the 1 joule. And if the applied force is 0, then the work done is also 0. Similarly, if displacement is 0, then no work is done. Now I will solve one example, that is, a force of 5 Newton is acting on an object, and the object is displaced through 2 meter in the direction of the force. And if the force act on the object all through the displacement, then what is the work done? This is the question. What is the question? One object is there, and in this object we applied the 5 Newton force, and after applying 5 Newton force in this direction, then the object is displaced 2 meter in the direction of the applied force. Then they asked, what is the work done W here? Then solution for this problem, we know that the formula, that is, work is equal to force into displacement. Then the force applied is 5 Newton and the object displaced is 2 meter. After filling the values in this formula, the force is 5 Newton and the displacement 2 meter. That's why 5 into 2 is the 10 joule. Then the work done on this object is 5 Newton. Work done on this object is 5 Newton. This is the one example. The next one, whatever work done is there, that work done may be positive, negative, or 0. Now we have to discuss how is the work done becomes positive, negative, or 0. You see this diagram here, the person is lifting up the object, and force exerted moves the object upwards. Whatever he applied the force, that force is upward force, because he is lifting the object in upward direction. That is the force in the direction of displacement. And whatever the gravity is there, that acts on the downwards. The force of gravity always act on the object, and whatever he applied force on that object, that in the upward direction, because he is lifting the object in the upside. Then the work done by lifting force is positive. Whatever he is applying the force on object to lift the object upwards, that is positive. Why this is? Because it is in the direction of the displacement, because the object is displaced down to bottom, and he is bottom to upside, and object is also displaced in the direction of bottom to upside. Why work is positive here? The applied force and object displacement both are in the same direction. That is why we have to take it as a positive work. See here, if the applied force in this direction and the object is displaced also in the same direction, the applied force and object displacement both are in the same direction, on that time we have to take as the work done is positive. Then how work is negative here? The work done by the gravity is negative because it acts opposite to the direction of displacement. He applied the force on object to lift the object upside, but gravity always attracts that object in the downside, and whatever the gravity acting on that object is that work taken as a negative work because it is opposite to the direction of displacement. And how the work done is becomes 0. See here in this diagram, the person is pushing the big rock and he is wasting his energy, and he is working on that object, big rock, then the big rock will not move any side. That's why this work is taken as a negative work. Like this, we can take that the work done may be positive, negative, or 0. Now I will stop in this video. In next my video I will discuss about the energy. Then please like, subscribe and share to maximum your friends to get latest updates of my next videos. Thank you.